Hello, ma'am and sir. I'm going to explain the new format of the table of specification so that we will have a unification as we submit the TOS as well as the questionnaire. So first thing that we need to check here is the total number of hours taught. So for my example, in my subject macro perspective of tourism and hospitality, I have 27 hours here. So where did I get the 27 hours? So the macro perspective is only a lecture. So it means that it is only 3 hours per week. And then for every semester, we only have 18 weeks. So since it is a lecture only, 3 hours per week, we will compute it with 3 times 18 weeks. So we have a total of 54 hours per semester. So we will divide it into two since we have a midterm, the first half, and another half for the final term. So we have 27 hours for midterm and another 27 hours for final term. So it is applicable for the lecture only, subjects that have this lecture. So if you have laboratory, you need also to divide, for example, 5 hours per week, 5 times 18 weeks. So you have a total of 90 hours per semester. And then you need to divide that into two. So that is expected that you will have this first half 45 hours for the midterm and another 45 hours for final term. So that is why I have here the 27 hours. And for the chapter 1, Introduction to the Macro, I have put 16 hours here since I completed having a discussion and activity for the students. So I have 16 hours compared to chapter 2 we'd only have 11 hours because I did not complete the other topics for chapter 2. So again, chapter 1 16 hours, chapter 2 11 hours with a total hours of 27. So another question is how to get this 59%. So what we are going to do is to divide the number of hours per chapter. So for chapter 1, we have 16 hours. We will divide that into 27, which is the total number of hours taught. And then we will multiply to 100%. So we have here 59.2, 59.25. So it is, the total is 59% here in the percent emphasis for chapter 1. So we'll try also with the chapter 2. We have this number of hours for chapter 2, 11 divided by 27. So we have a total times 100. So we have a total of 40.7%. So we will round off. So it will become 41%. So we have 41% for chapter 2. So if we will total the 59% plus and 41%, we have this total of 100%. So 59 plus 41, we have 100%. Now let's proceed to the total number of items. So I have this idea to have a 50 total number of items for midterm. So I have already prepared here a midterm exam or test questionnaire. So I have a total of um, 50 items. So I put here 50 items. So how to compute this 30? So what we are going to do is to multiply the total number of items to the percent emphasis per chapter. So for example, 50 total number of items times 0.59. Okay, 0.59 for chapter 1. So we have a total of 29.5%. So it will become 30. Okay, so for chapter 1, I need to have this um, total number of items or items with a total of 30 for the chapter 1. And for the chapter 2, 50, which is the total number of items, times 0.41%. 0.41%. So we have 20.5 um, total number of items. So I just put only 20 because if I will round off it, it will exceed to a one item. So for chapter 1, we have a total number of items of 30, and for chapter 2, we have the total number of items 20. So if we will add this chapter 1 and chapter 2, 30 plus 20, we have a total of 50. So total number of items is 50. Next is about the learning outcomes and item placement. Same with the old format. If we will count all these items, we have this total of 30. Okay, and also here, if we will count all the items here horizontally, we have the total of 20 total items. And if we will count also here vertically in the remembering area, we have a total of 28. Also here, we have a total of 7, analyzing 10, and evaluating 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have total number here 5. So if we will add all the total in every learning outcomes and item placement, we have the total of 50. So we will check here. 28 for the remembering, plus 7 for understanding, plus 10 for analyzing, and plus 5 for evaluating. We have the total of 50. Okay, so we need to check if they have the same total. Now for the percentage in every part of the learning outcomes, so where did I get this 56%? So what we are going to do is um, divide the total number of items in the remembering, which is 28. 28 divided by 50 total number of items. So we have here 56%. So we will have to put 56% for remembering. So we will try one last for understanding. They have a total of 7 items. 7 divide 50, which is the total number of items. So we have 14%. So if we will total all the percentage here in all the learning outcomes and item placement, we have a total of 100%. 56 for the remembering plus 14 for the understanding plus 20 for the analyzing and plus 10 for evaluating. We have a total of 100%. So again, we need to double check if they have these exact total numbers or percentage. And one last, we need to check also here. In the old format, we can observe that if, for example, we have the items 1 to 5, what we did is we just put 1 dash 5. But for the new format of the TOS, we need to emphasize per item. So we will put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, not 1 dash 5. Okay, so we will put every number of the item. So I think that's all. If you have any questions, just chat in our group chat and I will answer it immediately. Bye bye.